Hi everyone, welcome back to If My Heart Wings Flight Diary After Route Episode 3. So, on top of the problems that they're facing with the soaring club and how to keep it afloat after the seniors, so Aoi, Kotori, and Ageha graduate, the seniors also face with career goals, so what they want to do after they graduate. So for Ageha, she got a job offer to her dream job thanks to Tatsuya, and for Kotori, she wants to study at the university and major in systems engineering. And that leaves Aoi on the fence. So at first, he also wanted to go to the university with Kotori. But then, after talking with Tatsuya, he decides that, well, it's better for me to get a job like Ageha. So his dream job is to design bicycle parts. And when he mentioned this to Kotori, Kotori is upset, and she feels that Aoi is abandoning her and leaving her all lonely in college. So let's see how this goes and what he'll do to make up with Kotori. So right now he's going to talk with Ageha and get some ideas from her. So he's asking Ageha, so has Kotori said anything?
恋人より夢を選ぶのがかっこいい男だとか思ってるのかしら。ナンセンスよ、ありえない。あんなのが私の彼氏だなんてもうなんていうかバーカバーカ。
So the idea about he's abandoning me. He wants his dream over his girlfriend. And it makes me feel rejected. I see. Yes, she is upset.
私は両方の気持ちがわかるから何とも言えないとこだけど。まあ安心なさいな。小鳥可愛いからすぐまた新しい彼氏くらいできるって。
But I'm sure she'll find a better boyfriend while studying at the university. And maybe that guy will be smarter. Don't make it sound like I just dumped her. Well, it kind of feels like that's what Kotori is feeling. Or how she's feeling. No, I didn't. We were just fighting.
なんだ。チェ。
For what? Hey, so what's that sigh about?
参考までに聞くけど、なんで葵は大学編入試験を受けようとしてたわけ？
So why did you consider college in the first place? Well, I wanted to keep studying.
それだけ？
That's it. Ageha stares down her nose at me suspiciously. Okay, so the reason I wanted to go to the university is because I am worried about Kotori.
やっぱり。
I knew it. But I really did want to keep studying. It's just that this introduction talk just came up. But I am still planning to take the test. And then, if the manufacturing thing doesn't work out, I'll just go on to the university as planned. Well, I'm sure after 1 year, the exams are invalid, and he'll have to take a new one if he wants to apply again.
まああの子危なっかしいとこあるから大学までついてってあげたい気持ちはわかるけど。
And I'm pretty sure
過保護だよね。
I'm pretty sure the exams are offered once every year, so if he misses this train, he'll have to wait for the next one, and that takes 1 year. I know. She is not a kid anymore. She could handle going to the university alone.
まあしっかり話し合ってみなよ。お互い納得できるようにさ。
Ageha said, trying to cheer me up. She teased a lot, but she is concerned about our feelings. She is a good friend. Okay, I'll try that. Thanks.
見て、キリノさん。雲が流れていくわ。
So how is Aoi going to make up with Kotori?
流れていくっすね。空を飛ぶものはね、誰であろうとも、その場にとどまっていることはできないのよ。ヘリコプターもっすか？あれは例外。あと UFO も。例外、結構多そうっすね。空が遠い。ねえ、キリノさんは私たちが飛んでるところを見てソアリング部に入ったのよね。そうっすよ。めちゃくちゃ気持ちよさそうだったから自分も飛んでみたいなって思ったっす。そう。でもうち貧乏なんでパイロットの資格取るのはちょっと難しいっすね。
That's true.
家が遠いから部活しながらアルバイトもできないし、空は遠いっす。
So I wonder how... Well, then again, they did use club expenses to get more people certified to fly. So I think... Or I wonder if it's possible if they could do the same thing to Haruka as well. But then again, the budget is an issue for the soaring club. So they use club expenses to train Aoi, Kotori, and Asa to become pilots.
そうだわ。あなた今夜暇？
And I wonder if Kotori will teach Haruka how to fly.
暇っすけど。じゃあ、うちの寮に来なさい。いいもの見せてあげるわ。
Oh, so she'll show Haruka something.
わかったっす。やっほー、りょうこ来たよ。いらっしゃい、アゲハ。
Once Yuka, Sanae, and Kanako had all graduated, the only boarding student left who is not a club member is Ryoko. And since they had built the new dormitory, the Flying Fish Manor has not been getting new students, and its future is now in question. But tonight, this place is full. So if I remember, the person who owns the Flying Fish Manor is old, and she wants to pass it off to one of her descendants. But the descendants aren't interested in keeping this place, so it's old and in need of repairs. And I think they want to sell it off after they inherit this place. And I don't think Cave Academy wants this building anymore. So now that they have the student dormitory, which replaced the garage that housed the soaring club, it's like, well, this place is better, it's newer, and it's safer for our students. So we'll terminate our contract with this place.
お料理もうすぐできますからね。
And for some reason, Hibari is here. Okay, let me help.
じゃあサラダの盛り付けお願いしてもいいかしら。
So the Soaring Club members had taken over the Flying Fish Manor's dining hall.
寮って言うから学校の寮かと思ってました。なんかアンティークな寮っすね。
So this does not look like a traditional dormitory. So it looks more like a house or a manor.
入っちゃって大丈夫なんでしょうか。ここ女子寮ですよね。
いいんじゃない？何せ寮母、若い男性がやってるくらいだもの。
But you know, the dorm mother is a guy after all.
小鳥先輩、そろそろですよ。リモコン。あった。
So remote. Kotori grabs the remote control and turns the TV on. Hibari puts the food out on the table while the commercials. So tonight is the first feast in a while.
さあ、どうぞ召し上がれ。おかわりもありますからね。
So eat up.
うわあ、すごい豪勢っすね。いただきます。
いただきます。
Okay, time to eat. Everyone got ready to eat and dig into Hibari's culinary creations. And then... So it's starting. The opening to the TV show Natural Geographical plays on the screen, and is a documentary series that focuses on nature and science. Sometimes the shows feature professionals in their work. And this time it is... Amane. On tonight's episode of Natural Geographical is the up-and-coming inventor Amane Mochizuki. Together with her genius, if eccentric father Takashi, she had used her own creativity to make several new inventions. And once the word was out that many of Takashi's inventions had actually come from his daughter, she had gained a lot of attention. And of course, she is... So, to the Soaring Club, it's still Amane-chan, our friend. Harumi and Haruka sat and stared at the TV in awe.
この人が伝説の先輩ですか。
綺麗な人っすね。胸も大きいっす。ほんと、見た目だけならモデルか女優さんにでもなった方がって思っちゃうよね。けど、あまねちゃんはあまねちゃんっていうジャンルの生き物なのよ。他の何にもなりようがないわ。
So no matter how great she is, she's still Amane-chan to me. And right now, she is in America. She hadn't moved over there permanently. It was just where her job had taken her, so for now, she is staying abroad. She is apparently really glad that all her food portions are so big. Well, that's not a good thing in a sense, so everything's bigger in the Americas, well, supersized. And the last time she come back, the first thing she said was...
お肉がこんなにも分厚いんだ。硬くて噛み応えもあるんだぞ。
So I think Amane's talking about steak.
いやー、私は生まれる国を間違えたのかもしれないな。
Natural Geographical had spent 6 months filming Amane, and now they are showing scenes from her lab in America.
へー、こんなところで働いてるんだ。
And I wonder how spectacular this lab is. So does it have more state-of-the-art equipment? Lots and lots of cool technology?
アメリカにいてもマイペースなんだろうね、あの人。
Amane is apparently some kind of energy engineer, and she is showing all kinds of inventions and research results. Oddly enough, seeing it on TV is the first time any of us knew her specialty was. So, wind turbines.
本当だ。
They are explaining the new wind turbine she developed out on the hill where they stood. She designed it in her spare time using ideas about aerodynamics she got from making the glider, but well, actually her invention had been in use for quite some time at this point.
ああ、あれを作った人なんですか。
Oh, so she made those.
いつも前を通ってるっすよ。
So I'm sure there are examples of that here in Windmill Hill. Somehow, seeing those familiar objects on TV drove home how amazing they were. the two newbies' expressions changed. So what?
今あかりさん映ったよね。
Wait, so Akari is on TV as well? For just a moment, Akari Kumoi has shown up in the corner of the screen. But that wasn't so odd. So after she graduated, Amane had found work at Amane's lab. She had been a normal employee at first, but she is so good at keeping Amane focused that she was promoted to a special assistant manager. Meaning, of course, that Amane's sense of freedom had caused more than a little trouble. So now Akari is in America with Amane. We all agreed that as long as she is there, things would be okay. And as the program goes on, they had a section on Amane's more unusual inventions. She had the habit of making whatever came to her head, no matter the field, and sometimes they were utterly useless. And one of them, a multifunctional wheelchair, is now on TV.
どうして車椅子をデザインしようと思ったんですか?
So, what's the purpose of this invention? So, why a multifunctional wheelchair?
小鳥がいつも言ってたんだ。お尻が蒸れるって。
Apparently, it is equipped with a seat cooler to prevent sweats. And she starts to explain the structure, but it is pointless.
ところで、さっきから登場している小鳥さんというのは?
And when Amane mentioned Kotori-san, the commentators are asking more questions now. So, who's this Kotori-san?
部活の後輩だ。面白い子だぞ。けど怒ると怖いんだ。
So, what club? It appears the program is ready for Amane's odd statements, and I suppose that is one of her charms.
あまねちゃん、あなたって人はまた一つ有名になったわね、小鳥。
Well, you know, she mentioned you on TV, so that means you're famous?
いいな、テレビで名前呼んでもらえて。
I'm jealous. And just then, the Amane on screen fell down. Oops, so I said something that I shouldn't have said.
どうしましたか、望月先生?
お腹が空いたぞ。
I'm hungry.
どうぞこれを。
Okay, here's something for you to eat.
すごいスパンだ。
On TV, Amane happily munches on her bread. I don't think I get to witness those terrible table manners yet again. And after that, the program went on discussing this and that until it finished. And everyone stumbles back to their chairs, oddly exhausted.
30分番組でよかったわね。1時間番組だったら身が持たなかったわ。
The whole thing had been nerve-wracking. Well, I'm sure if the producer or the director, they want to make the show look more professional, they can cut out all the crazy parts where Amane starts to ramble off onto her own delusions. The fact that, oh, you know, this wheelchair is for Kotori and I'm hungry. And that would make the show much better to watch. So anyways, once the show is over and we have finished dinner, we settled down for a meeting. So how about we do some aerobatic flying?
他にやることないですしね。あれどうかな、翼端から煙を引きながら飛ぶやつ。
So how about smoke?
それいいですよ。アクロバットしながらだと迫力ありそう。
We were discussing what kinds of flight we could make for our final flight. And since it is supposed to be a show for special invited guests, we figured just flying around won't be very satisfying.
なん か違う気がするのよね。
Kotori said as she listened to the discussion with a frown and folded arms.
アクロバットもいいんだけど、それを引退フライトで見せるってなんかちょっと違う気がする。でも普通に飛ぶだけじゃね。他に何かありましたっけ？
So what else can we do? Everyone sat and thought.
私そろそろ帰らないと。
But you know, it's getting late, so I have to go home. Everyone came back to themselves and looked at the clock when Haruka spoke. She lived pretty far away, and if she didn't leave soon, she'd be late getting home.
今日はこれで解散にしましょうか。
Okay, so that'll be it for tonight.
お姉ちゃん。
So, sister, Oni-chan?
はいはい。
It is pretty late, so Hibari would drive everyone home in her car.
桐野さんもお家まで送っていくわね。
Okay, I'll get you home.
そんな悪いっすよ。まだ電車ありますし。
Well, I'm sure it's better at this time to have Haru or Hibari drive people home.
いいえ、送らせてもらうわ。だって小鳥ちゃんの大事な後輩さんなんですもの。
So, you're Kotori's friend, so I must help you.
ひばりね、そのくらいにしといてあげて。普通に引いちゃってるから。
Hey, so be gentle on her. Everyone started getting ready to leave.
あまねちゃん、引退フライト来てくれるかな。どうだろう。タイミング次第じゃない？日本にいれば見に来てくれるかも。最後だもん。あまねちゃんにもいいとこ見せたい。見せたいよね。
Somehow, seeing Amane on TV like that has stirred up everyone's affection for her. So, despite Amane acting unprofessional on TV to the point where it's unbearable for everyone to watch, so Kotori and Ageha, and maybe the twins, at least it shows that Amane is still human, and even though she's this super genius inventor, she does get childish at some times. And it kind of shows that she's not the perfect person that's above everyone else. And that's why she has a Kari who helps her manage things. But anyways, so I was like, so Hibari, thank you for everything today.
いいえ、こちらこそお料理のしがいがあって楽しかったわ。
Don't worry.
また作りに来ても大丈夫かしら。
So I would like to cook again for you hungry fellows. Well, I'll bring it up when I talk with the owner about the changeover. And I'm sure the owner will be happy for the help.
ありがとう、水瀬さん。
So the club was not the only thing I am leaving behind this summer. I have to quit my job as the dorm mother, something I'd done since the day I came back to Kazagura 3 years ago. Oh, so you have to retire from the Flying Fish Manor soon. I wish I could keep doing this until I graduate, though, you know. But my mom said that they found someone who could take over starting summer. So I'd be handing everything over to them during summer break and then moving back home.
水瀬さん。
So what's wrong now? Overcome with emotions, Hibari grabs my hands, teary-eyed. Okay, so what's wrong?
今まで本当にありがとうございました。小鳥ちゃんが楽しくやってこられたのは水瀬さんがいてくれたからです。
Oh, okay.
寮のことだけじゃないわ。小鳥ちゃんが学校辞めずに頑張れたのも、勇気を出して手術をして立って歩けるようになったのも。
So I feel that's more like it was Amane who kind of convinced Kotori to stay because she had the key that would drive Kotori's interest and passion up. But then again, so the surgery and Kotori being able to walk again, that was Aoi's part.
みなせさんのおかげです。どんなに感謝してもしたりません。
No. That was because she's strong. I didn't do anything, so it was Kotori who pushed herself to do this. So the surgery and being able to walk again.
父も母もみなせさんがいれば安心だって、早く孫の顔が見たいって言ってました。
And
私も早く見たいわ。
I can't wait.
小鳥ちゃんの子供。
So I can't wait to see our... Basically, my parents can't wait to see your kids. Wait. So our kids? Wait. So are they pressuring us to
ひばりね、こっち準備できたわよ。
And thankfully Kotori interrupts them.
って何してるの？
Kotori's gaze suddenly sharpens when she sees Hibari holding my hand. Oh, so you want my sister over me. And if you remember from Snow Presents, Kotori mentions that, well, you know, my hair looked pretty bad in the beginning compared to my sister Hibari's, and it didn't start looking good until I became older. So despite it being this really exquisite black or dark hair, it looked kind of, I'm not sure how to say it, so short and curly or stuffy compared to Hibari's natural golden hairstyle.
なんでもないわ。みなせさんにご挨拶してたの。
Oh, don't worry.
それじゃあ帰りましょうか。よろしくお願いします。お願いしますっす。
どうも。
Hibari drags everyone out.
それじゃあまたね、小鳥ちゃん。
So, see you later, Kotori-chan.
今日はありがとう、お姉ちゃん。
And I wonder if Kotori still hates Hibari for being too much of an older sister and doting on her and being too concerned about Kotori. So anyways, Hibari waves reluctantly at Kotori and then leaves. So later in the evening... Hey, Kotori? So now I wants to talk to Kotori. It's already late, so I kept my voice down. I knew she is in her room. I heard her get out of the bath earlier. But she didn't answer the door. Rather... So Kotori sends Hat to answer the call. And I'm not sure why they wanted to change the name to Hattie. So that was the name that Monovel gave to this duck in the Switch version. And it does make it sound very strange. But then again, in the Japanese version, he's Hatto. So it can be Hat or Hattie. But anyways, he popped his head out of the little duck door. So could you get your buddy for me? So Hat pulls his head back in and then comes back out a minute later. So what's the answer? He says, and then heads towards the dining hall. So he's clearly saying that, well, you two need to talk this over. So what a considerate duck, I thought. And then I hear the door unlock. Okay, I'm coming in. Kotori, fresh out of the bath, is sitting on the bed drying her hair.
何かしら、Minase-kun?
So, what do you want, Minase-kun? Wait, how long are you planning on keeping this up, Habane-san?
いつまでも何も一生よ、一生。
So, pretty much, she's still upset about Aoi abandoning her. Well, listen, it might go down a different path, but that does not mean our relationship will end. Kotori finishes drying her hair and is now clipping her nails, still ignoring me, of course. But even though her legs could move, she still struggles to bend her knees.
で、何よ。
So why are you here then? Well, I want to talk to you about our fight and you know the reason and stuff. So I want to clear up the misunderstanding. So I'm not abandoning you when I said I don't want to go to college anymore. Kotori ignores me again, still trying to clip her nails, not doing so well.
ね
Hey, So what is it?
え、切って。
Clip these for me? She stuck her legs towards me, pouting. And for just a moment, I stood staring at her outstretched legs. Okay, right. Yes, of course, Your Majesty. I knelt in front of Kotori and took her foot in one hand and the nail clippers in the other. I started clipping with her pinky toe. And is it too hard or... So these are getting pretty long and I bet it was hard to walk.
前は感覚がなかったから気にならなかったんだけど。
Well, you typically won't feel it, but once you put your socks on, you can sense it. And
どうして足に爪なんて生えてるのかしら。とっとと退化してなくなっちゃえばいいのに。
well, like fingernails, they protect your hands. Well, honestly, she isn't wrong. It's not like we need toenails. And maybe we have them so someone can cut them for us. Well, I'm sure that's not the case. Kotori only narrows her eyes at my immensely witty joke. Well, I'm sure Kotori knows the real reason. Agreeing with me clearly meant she is not unhappy with the situation. It reminds me just how much love and attention she must have had growing up. She really didn't like it when people took care of her, and I bet she denied it if I said so. Well, of course, I'm more than happy to do it either way. Well, maybe it was the aura she gives off. Maybe it is the warmth of our memories. Maybe it is her incredible will to keep fighting. Well, whatever it was, just the two of us, and I saw her struggling with something. I always jumped to help.
なんで大学じゃダメなのよ。
So Kotori asked me the question. So why not university?
まだ勉強し足りないって言ってたじゃない。
Well, I guess I feel the same as Ageha, so there are some things you can only learn by doing. And I figured if I found something I wanted to do, I should take the shortest route to making it happen. But then again, shortcuts aren't always the best. So even though I always has experience at designing or building bike parts, I'm sure having some education would make it better. So he could design it in the, I'll say, the most perfect way possible. So
つまり彼女より夢を選ぶと。
but still, Kotori feels that, well, you're choosing your dreams over your girlfriend. So can't the two go together?
葵と大学行きたかった。素敵なキャンパスライフを送りたかった。
So I have been thinking about a campus life with you. So us going to college together and walking along the beautiful campus with trees and, you know. Oh yeah, that does sound nice. What is wrong with waiting to become an adult, going to university to study, and having some fun on campus with my girlfriend? There is a part of me that still wanted that. But
見つけたからまた走る方法を。
yeah. As I answered, I felt guilt welling up. Kotori could not ride. This girl who might never walk without a cane would fall over as soon as she started pedaling. But then so would I. I could not pedal, but I thought this was another way to be part of the race. Like how Kotori dreamed of the sky. But anyways, you got such nice legs.
そう？まあ、スタイルいいってよく言われるけど。
I guess. Full of life. And when I said this, Kotori stared at her legs in consternation.
感覚が戻ったからかな。
Well, I don't know, but they are beautiful.
さわさわしないでよ。
Hey, so be gentle with it.
最近ね、筋肉もだいぶついてきたのよ。
Kotori says and flexes her calf muscles. Whoa. I could see the muscles in her legs tense up. Whoa, for real, so that is a muscle.
毎日筋トレしてますからね。
So I have been exercising my legs. Kotori's legs are showing new muscle drawn in gentle curves against her skin. Her skin looked so smooth and lovely.
バレー部時代はもっとすごかったんだけどね。ジャンプ力には自信あったから。
And they said when she turned to volleyball, she'd driven home spike after spike. You know, my legs are not too shabby either.
あんなのと一緒にしないでもらえるかしら？私は美しさについて語っているのよ。
The way she talks. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut that short. Are you okay? It is actually difficult to cut someone else's nails. You couldn't feel where the clippers were, and it was easy to cut too deep. So does it hurt?
痛い。
Kotori says, crying like a baby. And I suck lightly on her injured toe. Uh-oh, I licked it. and I think the licking catches Kotori off guard. Well, I thought it would make it feel better.
そんなんで和らぐわけないでしょ。っていうか汚い。
It's not dirty. You just got out of the bath, right? Well, I'm sure that's not what Kotori means.
そうだけど。
Kotori starts to blush, still frowning. Oh? It looks like it tickles. Clearly, her pain is gone. Well, I'm okay now. So, can we stick this for a while? She kept staring at me, so I reluctantly went back to clipping. I am much more careful and finished without any more injuries. Okay, all done.
ありがとう。
So, is Kotori happy now? I sat by Kotori, who is checking my hard work.
さすが工学系男子ね。なかなかの仕事だわ。
I had cut one toe a little short, but of course these legs belongs to my princess. I did my best to cut them nicely. I laid my hand on hers, resting there on the bed. So, Kotori?
何？
Well, let's make up. So it's hard to talk to you when you're pouting like this.
むすっとなんかしてません。
So why are your lips all puckered up? And you look upset still.
そんなの私の勝手でしょ。ツンとさせたい気分なの。
Well, I'm sure that is a cover-up. So Kotori tightens her lips even more. So now she's making it more obvious. Maybe this is what you are wanting. Kotori couldn't say anything when I sealed her lips with my own. She stopped holding back and leaned closer to me. Her lips are soft and sweet. Maybe it is because she just got out of the bath, but her lips felt incredibly warm and juicy. And we sat there, lips together, not moving. It had been so long since I felt Kotori's warmth against me. I just wanted this to last. I want to feel more. I reach but my arms to hold her, or reach out. And she suddenly stops kissing me and jumps out of my arms. Why? I open my eyes in search of Kotori's lips again. However, instead of the flushed, lovely face of my beloved, she's looking at me with such intensity.
決めた。
So, what's going on? So, decide on what?
私、わざと赤点取って留年する。そんでもって、ソアリング部に残る。
Huh? Wait, what are you talking about? Amane did enough of that for anyone. And it got to the point where the teachers or the admin, they were upset with Amane staying too long. So just hold on a minute. Why do you decide that now all of a sudden?
葵がいないんだったら、大学なんて行ってもしょうがないもん。
So, if you're not going to the university, then I don't want to go either. So, there's no point in me going there. No reason? But didn't you say that you want to become a systems engineer?
もうどうでもよくなった。
Okay, so I'll listen.
というわけだから、出てって。
Hey, wait, so stop pushing me. Kotori's forcing me off the bed. Wait. So we are not making up?
はあ、キスして仲直りなんてそんなちょろい女だと思わないでちょうだい。
Well, I'm not happy yet.
ハトいる？
Hat? So I'm sure we know what's going to happen next. Hat appears as Kotori calls out.
ハト、アタック！
So get this guy out of here. Kotori jabs a finger at me. Okay, I'll do it. I'll get rid of him. Hey, stop. Now, who do you think feeds you every day? Okay, I get it. I'm leaving. I fled the room. Let's see. Pursued by the furious duck.
ごちそうさまでした。
Wait, so what's that even supposed to mean? Kotori stuck out her tongue at me and slammed the door. And then I hear the lock being shut. Hey, I'm Kotori!
夜中だから静かにね。
Okay then. I stood confused, my hand on the door. I knew I should have brought some Haagen-Dazs, but I'm sure that's not gonna help either. And I'm certain of that. So, if I remember correctly, instead of the kissing between Aoi and Kotori, in the Japanese version, it was actually a full-on H scene. So, it stemmed from Aoi trying to lick Kotori's wound, and he literally takes it too far, which led to the H scene in the end. But either way, Kotori ends up unsatisfied and upset to the point where she calls Hat to attack Aoi and kick him out of her room. So in short, they have not made up from the fight. So anyways, it looks like we're back on the airfield with Harumi having trouble. So Harumi, are you okay?
大丈夫です。
So I think Okay, so he took a flight and it was too hard for him to handle and he once again got motion sickness. So today is our weekly flight. I have piloted while we practice aerobatics for our final flight. And Harumi, who has sat in the back seat, is in this state. Well, I'm sure Aoi could be more considerate and not do crazy aerobatics to the point where it would make Harumi vomit.
はるみくん、はくんだったらあっちの隅っこでお願いね。
うっす。
Okay. Well, I guess I shouldn't have given you a ride. That's true. I thought it would be a good experience for him. Well, I'm sure it was too much for him. And, well, basically, little steps at a time.
上はどうだった？
It was no good. The air is too stable today. And I couldn't find any good thermals. I had ended up landing after only 10 minutes.
だってさ、おーい、小鳥ちゃん。
Kotori is a little ways away, staring at the sky.
ほら、聞いてるの、小鳥。
Hey, are you listening?
気流が安定してるんでしょ？
Yes. So why are you so out of it today? Come on, focus. Her heart clearly isn't in it. Ageha and I glanced at each other and sighed.
飛ぶんでしょ？すぐ準備して。わかった。キリノさん？はーい。
Okay. So Haruka came when she was called.
飛ぶわよ。後ろに乗って。
Kotori is taking Haruka up next. So are you okay with aerobatics?
大丈夫っす。ジェットコースターとか得意っすから。
Don't worry, I'll be okay. She is not even nervous. She'd probably be fine. Well, Kotori, don't get too crazy up there, okay?
わかってる。
I know. Kotori and I are still fighting, but we could talk fine when necessary, so the club is still a safe zone. But still, so why is she so out of it? So why is she spacing out? She's like that a lot lately. Kotori and Haruka got in the cockpit and then we went through our flight prep.
朝ちゃん、あげて。
Asa ran the winch and the glider started down the runway. Kotori took control of the glider and it rose into the sky.
綺麗なもんだわ。
Yes. Kotori piloted the glider beautifully. When she was at the controls, the glider slid through the air like a great white bird. And at times I felt one with the glider, but I imagine Kotori always felt that way.
ねえ、まだ喧嘩してんの？
So, how about you two? I guess so. I wish it hadn't been that way, but that is the truth.
あの子にも困ったものね。みんなバラバラになっていっちゃうのが寂しいんだろうけどさ。
She said she was going to fail on purpose and get held back to stay in the club.
冗談だよね。
Really? True? Well, I don't know. Well, I don't think she's serious, but it wouldn't be totally out of character for her, though.
今日でしばらく飛べなくなるってのに。いや、だからか。留年がどうとかってのは。
It was just before our final exams, and we were practicing for our final flight. So this is likely to be the last flight of the season, and the last day our advisor could come. And no one knew when we would be able to fly again. If worse came to worst, we would not be able to have a single flight during summer break. So we had to get all our practicing done today. But you know, I looked up at Kotori flying like she'd been released from the bonds of gravity. So she's flying very well, freely. I spent almost every single day with her since we met.
お、そういや、そうだね。
I was the dorm mother at the Flying Fish Manor where she lived. We've been living together since before we started going out. And then we went to the same school and the same club. We spent more time together than family.
そっか。進路が違うってだけじゃなくて、そういう寂しさもあるのか。
Well, you know, I'm leaving the dorm mother position this summer too. The fact that I would be living separately from Kotori still hadn't hit home.
あの子甘えん坊だもんね。そんな子がよく家を出て、誰も知らない土地で寮生活なんてしてたもんだと思うわ。
Well, she worked so hard every day back then. Her family had been on the verge of collapse after her accident. Kotori coming to Kasagura had been like an escape. That's true.
それに比べたら全然大丈夫でしょ。
Well, now she's better though. I guess so.
こればっかりはしょうがないよ。ずっと学生のままいられないんだもん。
Aga came to this realization as she looked through the binoculars.
ん？
So what is it?
いや、なんか、
She passes me the binoculars. So what's up in the sky? I looked through them at the glider Kotori is piloting. Wait, so what is she doing?
なんか飛び方変だよね。あれもアクロバット飛行の練習？
No. I watched her flight, my chest full of foreboding.
高いっすね。やっぱ気持ちいいな。
So, I feel that it's Haruka who's pushing Kotori to go even higher. It's like, well, I want the thrills, I want the excitement, I want something more than what you usually do, so show it to me. So I'll leave the rest to the next episode, and we'll see how this flight goes with Kotori and Haruka. So at least Haruka can handle aerobatics much better than Harumi, who vomits after being in the sky for a few minutes. But more importantly, I wonder how Kotori and Aoi will make up after the fight. So Kotori still feels that Aoi is abandoning her when he declined to go on to a university. It's like, well, you followed your dreams, and that's why you wanted to ditch your girlfriend. So your dreams are more important than your girlfriend, right? And that's not the case. So hopefully this misunderstanding gets cleared up as you go down the episodes. And with that in mind, I'll see you later.